Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Let me be clear at the outset here, because I've heard some words on the other side that don't make sense. Nobody here, and we all know this, I shouldn't even have to say it, nobody here believes in advocating for child pornography, for violence, for glamorizing harm to others, for human rights. We are supportive. Nobody here is anti-Semitic. And for that matter, X is not accommodating hate speech or pornography. They just they let everything be heard, everything that's in the free marketplace of ideas. And we are proponents. We keep hearing, oh, you're not proponents of the free marketplace. The very reason we're here is because we are proponents of the free marketplace. The very problem that you have and what you do is you are stopping the free marketplace, not only of goods and services, but of ideas. That's what America is based on, a freedom of ideas. It doesn't matter if you're conservative, if you're progressive, if you're liberal. It doesn't matter what you believe as long as you're allowed to express yourself and let the consumer of those ideas or those products be the one to judge what they want to do. You know, the whole damn thing sounds like some kind of grand conspiracy theory. It's like a bad James Bond movie. I can't believe it. A global cartel, and this is what it really is, the plain words. It's a global cartel controlling what we see, the news we consume, and the posts that we engage with. And the power isn't that you tell them, no, you don't go to an individual business and say, no, you can't do this. And they know very well that that's not what it is. It's their rating system. So businesses are busy being businesses. They look at a rating system, and if you get a low number, they figure you probably shouldn't advertise on there. It amazes me that conservative viewpoints get out there at all. It amazes me that this election is even close. It amazes me that people do have alternative ideas. Everybody have an iPhone, almost everybody does. Do you ever go to Apple News on the iPhone? I do all the time, because I want to hear what they're saying. 90-some% of the time, it is obviously, blatantly left. We should hear both sides. That's what this is about. Unelected, unseen, it's undeniably a true threat to freedom. GARM wields tremendous power. It controls, and you know this already, 90% of global advertising, almost $1 trillion. We have concrete evidence, we're not making this stuff up, of GARM organizing boycotts like the one against Twitter because of Elon Musk's acquisition, which the left used to love Elon Musk because he's electric cars, he's all about it. Now they don't because he believes in individual freedom. They also pressured Spotify to penalize Joe Rogan for expressing views on COVID-19 vaccines, despite not having a direct brand concern. But it was your concern. It's your ideas. You want to change America. That's the truth. You want to change America as we know it. It's not protecting brands. It's silencing dissenting viewpoints. Internal documents reveal coordinated efforts to demonetize conservative news outlets, Fox News, Daily Wire, Breitbart, simply because they don't align with your ideas, because you want to change America. And this is blatant partisanship. It undermines the very foundation of our freedom of speech. It's everything what America is about, freedom. All those ideas on the marketplace, left, right, middle, everybody should hear everything. And you shouldn't rate them just on the basis of that. And we know in the up to the 2020 election, GARD members actively flagged and suppressed political ads from then President Trump as misinformation. There's so many questions, and I'm going to put them in for the record, but let me ask this. Mr. Shapiro, NewsGuard ranked leftist media organizations on average a 91, left organizations on its 0 to 100 scale, right-leaning organizations a 66. Can you name a few examples, and I know you can, of leftist news sites and newspapers who've published verifiably false stories, yet still receive a high grade from you all because you want to change America. Can you name some?
I mean, the list is extraordinarily long, obviously. Yeah, CNN targeting the kids at Covington Catholic would be a perfectly obvious example in which they lost a massive lawsuit to one of those kids. The attempt to treat the White House's favorite talking point of cheap fakes with regard to the president's mental wellness as actual fact, which has been the sort of case for the last couple of weeks. That's leaving aside opinion hosts like Joy Reid, who routinely says things that are extraordinary, celebrating quote-unquote white tears. These sorts of things happen all the time on the left, but that has never amounted to a massive ding in the rating of, for example, MSNBC. Russian collusion, the idea that President Trump was himself some sort of Russian cat's paw, which was trotted out by the Democratic Party as well as the New York Times for literally years on end. And the list is endless, which is precisely why, if you look at the Gallup polls and levels of trust in media right now are at all-time lows. They were about 50% back in, say, 2005, and today they're south of 30%. There's a reason for that. They've blown out their credibility, but that doesn't seem to blow out their credibility with GARM or NewsGuard.
Because they want to change America. I yield back.